today's agenda, do some stuff while I have some free time. So today's jobs. Number one, I've got to clean this steering wheel before I move anything because it's got pretty fuzzy. So I'm going to clean that. Then I'm going to pop the battery back on it. So I don't know how well my battery's charged because my battery's a 60 amp hour and my charger that I've got is rated max at 45 hours, so I'm pretty sure it's not fully charged, the battery. So hopefully I get it on and it's just got enough to crank the engine over and then get charging on alternator power. But if not, then I'm probably going to need to try and roll this outside and jump start it off with my Corsa. So we'll see how that goes. But today I may also put these wings on, but I've just realised that the old splash guards are riveted on. So I'm going to need to go back home and get my drill. And then we'll maybe pop these bad boys on. If you want to see an example of bad fiberglass, that is it. Just look how thin that is. This came from a certain parts vendor in Italy named Vincenzo. So I can't urge anyone enough not to buy these parts, they're terrible. It's going to work for me because I'm going to cut it all up anyway and I'm going to reinforce it all up. I'll pretty much put another layer of fiberglass at least on the inside. But that is today. Oh, haven't been in here in a while. Fuck. It's pretty minging. The seat feels a bit damp. First things first, need to clean this. Using some nice disinfectant here. RIP COVID-19. Damn. Get that shit off. I think I make this my new thing. I might just come down here and sit in here and pretend I'm driving it. Old steering wheel's just so porous. All this bacteria just grows out of it. Oh, that sweat from those hot summer California days that we get in Scotland. Nice. I was almost looking for another stock there, forgetting there's only one. Some nice big cobwebs over here. Yeah. Yuck. Maybe I'll give it all a little spray. Somebody's car alarm going off, hope it's not mine. I really miss driving this thing, man. I used to daily drive this. The amount of the looks that you'd get, it's hilarious, it never gets old. In fact, the only reason I stopped daily driving this is because I've got a water leak. Probably coming in from below the wipers. So that and the road salt, I didn't want it to get too rusty. So I thought I'd better preserve it a little bit. Just get your hands around the shaft. I'll let you know if you can see that right now. Let's get you in, move you a little bit. See the way I grip that shaft? Did I forget the handbrake? The handbrake is also extra furry. It's funny to think that just sitting in this seat was a dream for me as a child. It's quite humbling. Makes you realise you have actually maybe achieved something in your life. Even though nobody else gets it. Oh, let's get there. Well, hopefully after all this today she fires up again. Get this little plane over here. By the way, it's not even a Trans Am. Oh shit! It's a fake. Oh, this is definitely damp, this seat. Probably covered in mould. Right, okay, that'll do that. Just leave this here now. Okay, next, let's pop the battery on. Just to show you quickly here, this is the reality of owning one of these cars. I'm keeping it in a garage in the UK. Or sorry, a council lockup in the UK. That's what you're working with. Getting in and out. It's a good thing you can take the roof off. So let's get this up. Okay, so before this goes any further, we need fuel. Tasty. We really need a torch. Oh, we have light. So I need to add a new earth strap. So the one I've got here is old and eroded. Oh, fuck, I need a screwdriver as well. So yeah, I've got this nice new one here. Nice new thick lead. I'll pop this somewhere here. Just hang it up. There we go. Screwdriver. One screwdriver. Let's get this old one off. So, what's that, 10mm? The firewall? No, not the firewall. The front panel. Oh, maybe some weird American size. No, 10mm, 10mm is it? Where'd it go? Lost it. Oh, it's fell down. Oh, actually, it just broke right off. Fucking hell. So this is the earth strap that was going from the negative terminal to the front panel. And what was happening is when I was starting the car, this old wire was getting pretty hot. And you can see why. It's fucking old and fucked. So let's put this new one on. This should do a much nicer job. Hopefully it's not too big. That's good. It's good. That's one side. I think on this side I'll pop it on. It seems it's big enough to go on this post, so I'll just pop it on this side. Right, next is the battery. Oh, this cut's heavy. Turn around. See if I can get this light somewhere up better. Ideal. Cool. Perfect. I've got a beautiful set of spanners in the house in my toolbox. Real great, real nice. But my toolbox is buried under a lot of parts for this car, so if you can't get a spanner, use a shifter. One spanner does all. Fuck, they're terrible. So hard to get in. Right, so 4 hours later, one terminal's on. There. Prepare for sparks. I might need to move this round. Just a little bit of rerouting. Comes right past the positive terminal. Sure it'll be fine. As usual, the headlight motor has a fit. I think that needs rebuilt. It still works, but when it gets to the top, it keeps spinning for a couple of minutes, and when it gets to the bottom, it does the same. I've made this so difficult to get into now. I could probably get the socket on this one. Cool. I need a drink. Battery's back in with these new earth straps. So the first thing before I start it, I've got to check is, well, I should probably check the oil. Nah, it's just below half, so that's alright for now. But the other thing I need to check is fuel. So I'm praying that my jerry can is still in the boot of this here contraption. So I need to be quick. I need to press this and then get to the back quick. I forgot this didn't hold itself up. It's pretty damn heavy. Well, damn it. I don't think my jerry can is in here. Oh, is this it? No. Where the hell is it? What's this? ETF. Well, I don't know where my jerry can is, so we're going to go with whatever fuel is in it. Which could be terrible. I'm sure I put fuel in it before I parked it up, so it'll be alright. So let's just clear all the stuff off the engine and get it going. So before I go for the start, which it should start, hopefully that battery's got enough charge, but when it does start to heat up, it's got a little bit of an oil leak, a very, very slight leak from the oil pressure sensor, but where it happens to leak is right onto one of the exhaust manifolds. So there's a little bit of oil built up on there, which inevitably is going to smoke this place out once I start it. So probably need to move it outside pretty quick if I get it going. So let's see how it goes. Alright, brought you inside for this one. Let's see how it goes. And the fuel gauge is still saying it's got just under a quarter, so let's hope that's not lying. Nah, it's not got enough, so the question is, how do I get my jump leads in here? Let's see how long they are. So, the cable wasn't long enough to reach out the garage, so I'm going to need to try and roll this back, which means moving more shit. Right, let's see if I can roll it back without wiping out my wing mirror. What you just witnessed is the fastest way to remove inaccurate 1991 style mouldings. Just scrape it off the wall. Easiest way to get it off. Let's get leads on. Let's see, this gives me enough juice. Pray for JB. What's wrong, baby? What's wrong with her? Throttle's a bit seized up. Some lube on it. Good thing I'm skinny as fuck. Okay.
Many hours later.
Okay, so can't get it start. It is turning. Thing is, my security light isn't coming on when I turn the ignition on. So turn the ignition on, and the security light should light up, and then go out. And when it goes out, the anti-theft system's happy, and it will allow the fuel to the car. But my light's not even coming on, so I don't know if the bulb's out and the security system's happy or not. So I might need to take the cluster apart and try and get that bulb to work again, but I'll just show you here. So when I turn the key, my security light over here should come on, but if I remember rightly, that didn't work from the start. But usually that would stop the starter turning as well, because it's got a starter enable relay which hasn't been bypassed. But she just doesn't want to go, so I need to figure out A, how I'm getting this back in, and B, what's wrong with it. Bit of a setback, but that's just part of owning these cars, isn't it? What is interesting is that I've discovered that from the factory, they painted the door mouldings on the door. Check this out. Look, primer. So they painted those mouldings. Unless, in fact, I'm actually, no, maybe it's ripped the paint off. Yeah, oh no, I'm wrong. It's ripped the paint off. Mad. Okay, so let's see if we can get it in. Not best.
your video, can I get a quick picture?
Aye, on you go, mate, aye. You're not in a rush, you can be on, I'm trying to push it in, mate, and it's a big old motor. Even if you just put a battery into it, man, it's sort of help.
Come here.
That's alright, just try to get over that. Aye, thanks man, I appreciate that. Well, thank God for that guy, because I wasn't getting that in there myself. Damn nearly got the door stuck again. So, next time it comes out, I need to get it running. So, just to put the rest of my shit away and then we're good. Okay, so that was today. Today was awful. So the huge downside to not having a garage at my house is I can't leave it as it is. I've got to button it away, push it back in that lockup, and get everything else that's in that lockup packed away back on top of it until the next time I can work on it. So it's days like this that I absolutely hate that fact. So what to do from here, I don't know. Go home, do a bit of research, basically just make a plan of attack for the next time I can get back down here. I think, you know, I'm going to need to look into, I probably need to take my cluster apart and make sure my VATS bulb works. Although the fact that it's turning over kind of tells me that the VATS module is working and it's happy, because it wouldn't turn the starter if it was disengaged. If anyone's got any ideas, drop them in the comments. I was kind of thinking that the handbrake switch might have been something to do with it, but I managed to kind of jimmy that with a screwdriver and I got the brake light on, so it wasn't that. So yeah, stay tuned until next time. You know, the more I think about it, maybe my fuel gauge is broke or stuck. Maybe next time it'd be good to start with putting fuel in the car, so maybe that's what I'll do. Just a thought.